Sorry as well, AJ Jake Paul, could I just have a quick preview reaction to that actually happening? Do you think it's legit? I can't wrap my head around it, Darren.
I'm probably going to have a new answer every day. I don't know how. I don't know. I think it's legit, yeah. But then I'm like, no, it can't be because I wouldn't take a fight against him. But then scramble, innit? I don't know.
Who wins?
Jake.
Do you think he can hurt him? I know it's a ridiculous thing to say, but in Jake's mind, he's coming off a knockout loss to Dubois. Is it possible that Jake does better than people expect? Do you think it's going to be a round one stoppage? That's what I'm asking you for AJ. Like, do you think it could be going any other way?
I don't know. Honestly, if it's a real fight, which I don't know if it is or not, he could get like really hurt. Really, like it could be like whoever sanctioned it. Let's hope if something bad does happen, let's hope you can sleep at night. So let's say, innit? Let's hope you can rest easy if he gets severely hurt, which is a high possibility.
I know you don't love Jake Paul, you don't like him. Would you be happy to see him get beat up like that?
I don't hold no ill towards Jake. Don't give a shit about him really. If I ever end up fighting him, great. If I don't, he's not someone I think about. Yeah. He's clever and he's made a lot of money, but he's you know, he's a bit of an embarrassment at times, isn't he? Who the fuck am I to talk? So am I. Are you agreeing?
yeah. The interview, I'm pretty sure you called Luke Rockhold hobo lesbian, or did he call you that? Was that you to him?
I think he called me
Nazi hobo.
I think he called me like cokehead hobo or something. Yeah. It's like, oh, thanks for that, mate. Yeah. It's a bit like below the belt, but who gives a fuck?
First of all, the IBA event, 13th event for the IBA. What do you know about them and what they're putting on? It's good for boxing, clearly.
I really do think they are good for boxing. They've been putting a lot of good shows on and they've been pumping a lot of money into the shows. Like, the way they've been doing it credentially, like they've been doing it really well. So, obviously, they've invited me along. You know, am I a pro? Am I not? So I'm happy to be a part of it. There's a lot of good fighters in here looking at me, sizing me up. Look the other way.
Have you noticed that people are like looking up and down?
Sizing me up because people, I don't know. It's just what it is. I go into like clubs, restaurants, people size you up. It's the manly thing to do, and you're always in a room and you're like, could I have it with everyone in here? So people size me up, but I don't need to size anyone up. I don't give a shit. But yeah, they put a really good show on. There's a lot of big faces here, but a lot of big names. So yeah, look, I'm happy to. This is the presser today. Some of the fights are on later, and I think it's a 4-day marathon, isn't it? Yeah. So buzzing to be a part of it, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a lot of big names here, including yourselves, and it's exciting stuff for boxing. What are the other reasons you're here? I understand that you're going to stay around for Misfits as well. Is that something that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, obviously, we've got the big fight. Obviously, one of the biggest names in the world, Andrew Tate, and Chase has been fighting regularly. You know, he's making a name for himself. Chase probably knows what this is. Chase probably knows what they're trying to make Andrew get a win over me and build. But he's probably coming to fucking disrupt the show. So I'm looking forward to it. And look, technically wise, I wouldn't say Chase. I'd say he does have a lot to work on. But mate, he's a big lad. I've stood next to Chase. I'm a big lad. He's fucking big, and he can throw a punch. So, you know, never underestimate the puncher. Never.
How do you think Andrew Tate will actually be inside there? Because there's going to be nerves, no matter how masculine he comes across. And he hasn't fought for like 10 years.
Nerves are all a part of like this life and this fight game. You know, I was coming here the presser today and I was nervous. You see new people want to speak to you and people want interviews, and you never know, you could see someone you've talked shit about. You know, you get nervous, but it's all a part of the fight game. So yeah, he will be really nervous, but you know, let's see how masculine he is. Let's see how much he can contain them emotions and nerves. So he'll be all right. I'm sure he will. He's a masculine man.
Do you think he wants to fight you? I know you would have fought him in his first Misfits fight. Do you think he will ever fight you?
It's all about confidence building. He hasn't fought for 10 plus years, and you know, when you get a guy like me, he knows exactly what I'm bringing to the table, especially even just in the press conference stuff. So I think with Tate, we just need to get him a few fights and get his confidence up there. and then he'll ultimately take it. But if he doesn't take it, I'll just terrorise him forever.
I think it's interesting because you obviously had the first 2 fights in Misfits, and then obviously the most recent one was your best performance. Do you think it could be a similar situation with Andrew Tate, where he might build up to a fighter like yourself, where that's like one of the biggest fights in Misfits history, but it can't happen so soon because he needs a little bit more?
Yeah, he needs about a year, but then who knows what's going to happen in that year with me? Do you know what I mean? I'm there now. He's there. He needs a confidence. He needs about 3 fights, to be honest with you. So we'll see. I don't think he's going to take it in my eyes, but it doesn't change a lot either, to be honest with you.
Do you think he's actually a good fighter, though, regardless of?
Hello, mate. How are you? Looking forward to speaking to you next week. We'll make friends again, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
your favourite lesbian.
Sort of.
Do you think he's actually a good fighter, regardless of what he's going to do? Have you seen some of his highlights? I know there was clips of him getting stopped and stuff.
No, Andrew can fight back in the kickboxing era days, because I was a Muay Thai fighter. He was around the circuits, especially when I was around with Liam Morrison and stuff like that. He was about it. He's not illegitimate. He is legitimate, but it's how legitimate he is. He's not high level, but he's not shit either. And again, he's a fucking big dude, He's been training with some of the padmen I know out here and some of the coaches and that, and he can throw a punch. Technically, again, he is. I'd say he's better than Chase, and then technically again, I'm levels above. But puncher's chance, mate. You can never look past the puncher.
Who do you want to fight then, if not Andrew Tate, and when do you want to get out there?
I'm ready for the first quarter, so Misfits are on a deadline now, so they just need to come to me with an opponent. Otherwise, I'll terrorise Misfits as well.
Yeah, I remember at the end of your last fight, you were kind of at the end of your contract negotiations. Are we still at that stage? Have you got a new contract? How's it looking with the future?
Even further, negotiations are hard all the time, back and forth, but we're getting closer, stuff like that, so we'll get soon, very, very soon.
7 figures?
Yeah, why not?
It's good to hear that, because I remember you did an interview with Kaz maybe 2 years, a year and a half ago, I'm not sure if you remember, and you were in that stage where you were out of the UFC looking for that next step, wanting to go into influencer boxing, and now it's not so many questions anymore. You did what you set out to do when you left the UFC, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you feel like that?
I feel like everything I've said is sort of going to plan, so I'm making good money, I'm winning, I'm fresh, I'm healthy, I've got a good solid team around me, out here in Dubai, I'm back home, I've got a supportive missus, I've got my kids and stuff like that, and everything's going to plan, so, that's it.
Okay, really good to speak to you. Just finally, Guerrilla Promotions, DAZN, talk to us about that and the relationship with DAZN.
For Guerrilla Promotions, yeah, no, they come to us and they were interested from the start. So, it's just about getting the right. It's about building Guerrilla alongside me, both building each other, and hopefully, we turn it into like a Misfit style promotion. We even rival Misfits. No.
So, would you fight on Guerrilla instead of Misfits if it came to that? Is that kind of one of the bargaining tools you're using to get those 7 figures?
Yeah, I wouldn't just be a traitor like that straight away. But if it meant giving my promotion a leg up, then yeah, I'd have a good fight on it. But my own promotion, I'd have to pay me well.
I appreciate your time. Before we end, could you just tell us the 3 most likely opponents that you'd like to fight in the first quarter of next year?
Look, I've always said that I'd love Nate, Perry, and I don't know, I'd love obviously Tate, innit? Let's get them 3 out there, let's put it out into the universe, see it, believe it, achieve it, all them self-help ups that I don't give no shits about.
Listen, appreciate your time. We'll maybe catch up next week. Speak to you soon.
Thank you,
Appreciate that. Thank you, brother. Good one.